This alpha predator of yours, Doctor, do you really think he has a chance?
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control, and not the other way around. Let them fight.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. We're Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Thurston Howell III, with my co-hosts.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Tater Tot Ninja.
There we go. And we're back with another episode, and a lot of stuff happened this weekend, but as far as like this geek stuff, not too much. Just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, My Pillow. My Pillow. I told you that guy was weird.
Oh, that guy's from here. That dude's been around he's up in Minnesota. He's based,
so it's something in the water up there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, also to our other sponsor, Bernie Sanders memes. So, like I said, it's been a crap ton of them. Like I said, I've seen so many of them. They got this Wonder Woman one right here. I saw a WAP one, with Cardi B on it. This one I didn't even get. I don't even know what this is. Because it's gotten so crazy. They got it's almost like a Where's Bernie thing. So you just put him up there, and I actually found him. If I could show you the cursor, I can show you where he is on here. But pull him up, and Eli, you like this one. I don't get this one, but
he's choking out Connor.
Yeah, choking out Connor. I figured my timeline went crazy over this weekend, so I figured that was a big deal. But here's the thing: Bernie had the last laugh.
Yeah.
Because he's selling these T-shirts on his website.
Yeah, and he's giving them all to charity.
Yeah, giving them all to charity. So so like I said, Bernie is the hero we need but don't deserve, or whatever you want to call it. So, who is this? Jake Fisher. There's a ton of water in Dakota. I guess so.
Yeah.
So, moving on past that, let's move on to the next one. Oh, I know you're still sharing our stuff, Eli, so I'm going to just go past this. Just want to let you guys know that as of right now, even though I know everybody loved Wonder Woman 84, HBO is taking it off. It's gone. So you can't watch it anymore. I'm pretty sure it'll eventually come on Blu-ray and yada, 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 and all the stuff like that. But as of right now,
it's still in theaters if you want to go see it.
Nobody's going to do it. Oh, man. Now, moving on past that, Eli, since you finally set up, you watched the movie. I have no idea what this movie.
I did watch the movie.
I have no idea what this movie is. I'm sure you will enlighten us. Oh, what do we got here? 616, a mean moneymaker. Yes. Hey, when you get it, when you strike gold like that, you jump on it.
Yeah, let me get it up. I got a pick.
Oh, cool.
Let me go. Share that shit.
So like I said, hold on, I'm about to share. I got you. Boom. There we go.
Yes.
Psycho Goreman.
I got to see Psycho Goreman.
So is it Goreman or Goreman?
Goreman. They name him Goreman.
Yeah. Not Spiderman. Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah, it's not Batman. It's Psycho Goreman. This is a total throwback to I guess trauma movies and even the Power Rangers. It had a total 90s Power Ranger soundtrack with the guitar and but it's basically a very cheesy comedy horror flick about these two kids. They're digging in their backyard and they find this killer alien assassin buried in their backyard, and the medallion or this gem, an infinity gem, as you will, which controls him.
Okay.
It turns out that he was imprisoned on Earth because he tried to destroy the universe. So he's kind of like Thanos. He's like a
Okay.
Thanos.
Thanos is
And-
in my backyard. That's the
Yeah.
that's the hook.
and imprisoned on Earth, and these kids dig him up. They have total control over him, and they just get into these wacky adventures. Eventually, the aliens try to come down and battle and shit. But it's just these kids in control of this galactic warlord on Earth, and it's very gory and violent, but hilarious. Very cheesy horror violence, and it was a lot of fun. But there's also a little bit of a layer of family, a heartwarming family drama, if you will.
So okay, so got some heart to it.
Yeah,
But still a horror movie though, right?
Yeah. There's plenty of heads exploding and people getting blown up and shit like that, and blood
For the
flying
family.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the core, there's this family dynamic going on. There's the bickering sibling rivalry between the brothers. There's tension between the mom and dad, and it all sort of comes to head throughout the movie. And so yeah, there's a layer of family heartwarming drama to this crazy ass flick about alien killings, heads exploding and shit like that. Yeah, it was made by the guys who did The Void, which was a horror movie that came out a few years ago, a throwback to 80s body horror like The Thing or Cronenberg's The Fly, Videodrome, From Beyond, stuff like that. They're very
Trauma. Trauma.
yeah, into like the practical effects. There's very little CGI. It's all about the monsters and the monster suits and the practical effects, the practical gore effects.
Let me answer Jake Fish for a second. Can you watch the kid? Now, keep in mind, we grew up with RoboCop,
Yeah.
Predator, Terminator, watching all this shit as kids,
Yeah,
and we turned out fine. So go for that.
yeah. And that's the thing. That's another thing I thought was so funny, that like this alien, this warlord alien, is like constantly trying to like brag about what a evil warlord he is, and that he's gonna rule the universe. And these kids are like constantly blowing him off. Like, yeah, whatever. He's like, I am the Duke of Destruction. And they're like, yeah, whatever. That name's stupid. We're gonna call you Psycho Goreman instead.
Okay, so the kids gave him that name. Okay.
Yeah, they give him the name, and they're like, never. He's like always trying to like talk about eons ago, the battle on the planet, whatever. I destroyed a millennia of people. Like he's like tries to go into these flashbacks about when he was trying to destroy the universe, and the kids like barely give a shit. They're totally They totally blow him off through the whole movie. They don't take him seriously. And it kind of reminds me of us old ass nerds, who are stuck in our ways, doing comic book podcasts in our 40s, talking about talking about Batman and Superman and Star Wars and Star Trek. And these kids don't give a shit. They're watching anime and YouTube motherfuckers and shit. They don't give a shit, about any of this shit. And that's what it reminded me of. This alien is like, I'm the destroyer of the universe, and these kids are like, yeah, whatever.
It's kind of like Al Bundy. I scored 4 touchdowns in a single game. Nobody gives a shit.
That just reminded me of us as nerds, still clinging on to these old ass stories. Our old geeky ways, and these kids these days just don't give a shit.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh man.
So, yeah,
but Jake Fisher had Dakota Taylor White. Wiley, what's going on? Jake Fisher had a question. Where can we watch this?
I rented it on Vudu. It's on demand. I think it's gonna end up on Shudder, because it said Shudder Presents at the beginning of the movie. So if you have Shudder, it'll be on there. But I don't know if it had a theatrical release. I saw it on Vudu, so it's probably on Amazon, iTunes. I rented it, and it was a lot of fun. If you're into horror, cheesy horror, and if you've seen The Void, if you're into like old 80s horror, like The Thing or The Fly remake, that's what these guys are into. The practical effects, the practical gore, and it's a throwback to that type of style. And this was basically like the Power Rangers with gore. Like a lot of the villains look like Power Ranger villains. Like Psycho Goreman looks like a villain the Power Rangers would fight. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah. So like Power Rangers, Gwar, if you know who Gwar is, that metal band that dresses up in monsters.
I don't.
Yeah, and
I'll take your word for it.
Blood, yeah. Very bloody and very cheesy, but a lot of fun.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Love the Void. So good.
The Void was good. I like that. It was one of the better horror flicks in recent years. Yeah.
All right. So you saw another movie?
Did I?
Yeah. You texted me just before we started recording the pod. You said you saw.
I thought you watched that. Didn't you watch that?
Yeah, but didn't you watch that?
I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We can talk about it.
Oh,
here's the thing. Honestly, if you didn't watch it, I wasn't going to talk about it.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to talk about it, so I figured I better watch it.
Actually, I wasn't. I was just watching it, and I was just like, should I talk about it? But anyway, the movie we're going to talk about right now is American Skin. The reason we want to talk about it because people have been talking about it all the time. Honestly, if you're looking for nerd shit in this, nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
This is not that. But it is a movie that I watched this weekend, so I want to get into it. Have you guys check out Daniel Isn't Real? I
have not seen that. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. And here's my thing about American Skin. Honestly, Eli, I think it was a bad idea to watch this an hour before we started recording the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it just put me in a mood. That's the thing. These movies kind of trigger you a certain way. Like, never heard this one before. It's a movie. And if nothing else, just watch the trailer. And that will let you know if this is the movie for you.
Yeah.
Because honestly, watching the movie, this is the movie that put me in those trigger moments like Rosewood, what was that? Roots, that first episode of Watchmen, when you go to work the next day, you want to just slap the shit out of your coworkers, it's one of those movies.
Yeah.
I like because here's the thing, when I watched, I didn't watch any trailers, knew nothing about it. All I know is that my timeline was going on, just watch. And I watched, I was like, oh, okay. So here's the thing. I know people are going to watch this trailer, and some people are going to watch the trailer of the movie alone and be like, ain't for me. I'm out. And that is cool. That's okay. However, Eli, I want to know, did you catch something? Let's take this movie-wise. Let's take this, cinema-wise. And did you notice that the movie kind of felt like First Blood?
Oh, yeah. I guess you could say that, yeah.
Okay, because honestly, I thought that's the way it was going at first. And that would have been like, oh, since they want to push buttons, that would have pushed some buttons,
Yeah, but then I saw who made it. I didn't know that dude. What's that guy's name again?
Nate Parker.
Yeah, I didn't know he made it until I rented it and started watching. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like.
Yeah, he's like, okay, so that lets you know. Like I said, this is the Nate Parker, the same guy that made The Birth of a Nation, not Birth of a Nation, two different movies. So he made The Birth of a Nation. He kind of went away for a while because basically he got canceled. He got Me Too'd, all stuff like that. Went away, came back. And matter of fact, his name is not on it. If you watch the trailer, Spike Lee's name is on it. Even though Spike Lee really ain't got shit to do with this movie. They just stuck a name on it. So, Grace Logical should have here. Yeah. So.
Okay. So, okay.
Did he say Arnold Schwarzenegger's son? A villain of Daniel Isn't Real? Never heard of it. You know what's funny about Arnold Schwarzenegger? He forgot Chris Pratt's name. He got him confused with one of the other Marvel Chris's. I'm like, damn, he married you. He gave your daughter a baby, man. Chris Evans, right? No, the other one. Called KB Godzilla.
We will get there. We will.
You know what?
There.
Let's just get there. Because honestly, just watch this movie kind of triggered me, and I really didn't even want to talk about it. I was like, unless you want to talk about it.
No, I thought it was going to be like a revenge fantasy, and then it turned out to be more of a Facebook thread. For those who don't know,
it was a Facebook comment section. That's just basically what it was.
That's all it was. I mean, for those who don't know, for what American Skin, the cops shoot this unarmed black kid. His dad goes and storms the police station and holds everybody hostage. And then they talk about the issue.
Yeah. Which I kind of wish it would have been a Black Rambo remake. That's just
it would have been cool if he just would have went in there.
There's no way that movie would have got made if that happened.
That's what I was kind of hoping for.
That movie would have never gotten made if that would have happened. So I was like, oh man, this what the movie is? Okay.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool, but I was thinking it was gonna go there.
Like Foxy Brown, there's gonna be some coffee shit.
Right, some shit like that. I thought it was gonna really go there, but it didn't. They just kind of sat there and just had deliberate conversations about it, and I'm like, this is cool, but We know this.
It was very preachy.
It was very
and-
preachy. It's telling you what you need to know.
Yeah.
Give me some shit that'll shock me. Like, for instance, it felt like the movie stopped being a movie. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's
And so-
it was very trying to be in
It
the
was
moment.
a bottle episode, kind of
Yeah.
like that. And I was just like, I thought it was.
I'm
It started
saying,
out
man,
like, okay, it's really gonna go there.
I'm saying, blind spotting, that's good.
I heard a lot of people say recommend Blind Spot over this. So I never seen that. Might go back and check that out.
That's good. That's
Black Rail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 616 man. Like, I'm not gonna. If people don't know the plot of this movie, I'm not gonna say it. But when you watch, you're gonna think, oh, this is gonna be a Black Rambo movie. It's not. It's building up to be that, but it's not.
Yeah, blind spotting brings up the same issues, but doesn't grandstand about it. You know what I mean?
It felt like the movie took one stance and hammered that stance home. It gave you a little other stances, like kind of in the background of it, but it really got one stance and hammered it home.
Here's a Facebook thread. Reading comments on Facebook. That's pretty much all it was. Yeah,
oh well.
so.
Let's go to something a little bit more cheery. Movie Stars series of the movie is what? Blind Spotting? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so. I think they've got a movie coming out.
Okay.
Let's go to something a little bit more cheery.
All right.
Batwoman. Now, I'm just going to briefly talk about the reason I couldn't talk about Batwoman last week because I don't have the CW. I only have the CW app, and it actually doesn't refresh until when we start podcasting. So I couldn't watch Batwoman and podcast with you at the same time. So now I get a chance to say my thoughts of what I thought about Batwoman episode 1. Like I said, it's a completely recast. Batwoman is black now. Ruby Rose is out of there. So what I thought about last week's episode, honestly, it was the best episode Batwoman has ever done. But this is still the CW. It didn't get away from being the CW. So for what Batwoman has done, this is their best episode. Y'all still watch Batwoman the first season gave up. Yes, and that's the reason. And that's the thing. If you didn't like the first season, you probably won't like this season either. But it's differences I did notice. Okay, Ruby Rose did not want to be there. You can obviously tell that in the last season she did not want to be there. So it seemed like everybody else on this show was wanting to be there and trying to be there and giving their all, except her. You're just like, no, stop. Don't blow up that hospital. I'm Batwoman. Like, and she gave that kind of performance. You could tell they were going to get rid of her. The new girl they got is actually trying. She wants to be there. So I'm like, okay, at least act like you want to be. Act like you want to get paid and do a movie. So
like she gives a shit.
Yeah, she act like she gives a shit. So I'm like, okay, that's a step up. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, it's still the CW. If you didn't like season 1 of Batwoman, you're not gonna like season 2 of Batwoman. But
Joker is still not on there.
Joker is not gonna be on there. They don't have the rights to it, so don't expect him on there. Matter of fact, I think they were actually gonna set up like this Batwoman was at first going to become Batwoman because her origin story is supposed to be tied into Scarecrow. Like Scarecrow's killed her, but then I think the producer came in like, nope, no Scarecrow. So then they made her parents get killed by some Batwoman enemy or whatever. So that's the thing. So
yeah, they made up who is the people with the rabbit heads or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's from the comic. That's from the Greg Rucka run.
Oh, I don't remember.
The Alice in Wonderland game. Never mind. It's anyway. But yeah, that's Batwoman. What else we got here? Something else a little bit more cheery. Like I said, we just run through the CW stuff before we get to the stuff that we really gonna talk about. When we talk about that, I'm gonna just let Eli just run wild. Because that's his wheelhouse. Superman and Lois. Now here's the thing, Eli. Did you get a chance to see the trailer of this one?
I saw the trailer.
They don't have the rights to the Joker. It's a lot of when they said about who they can use, who they can't use. A lot of folks they said they can't use. So if you're expecting to see the Joker on there or even reference, it's not gonna happen. I think somebody did say it. Oh, you're Batwoman? Well, I'm the Joker. They said some shit like that. But other than that, you're not gonna get a Joker reference on there. So Batwoman's whatever. However, I do want to talk about Superman and Lois, Eli. I like this trailer. Like we were saying how Batwoman is CW in its CW-ness. This didn't feel like a CW trailer. It felt like they gave it for me. Now, I could maybe completely be fooled on that when we actually finally get the actual pilot or TV show or whatever like that. But just watching it, I feel like it doesn't feel CW-ish.
Really?
Maybe.
The family thing going on with the...
They still got the family thing going on. Suicide Squad 2. That's a thing. It's coming. Identity Superman, he was good in Supergirl. Yeah. This is the post-crisis CW version, so we don't know how all that factors in. Because remember, he didn't have kids then. After post-crisis.
So is that Jonathan on there?
Jonathan is one of the kids, but he's got another kid too. So
okay, yeah.
What's his thing? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jonathan has powers. The other one don't. Whatever. You know. It's because it is CW. So they're going to CW this shit up some kind of way, you know. And like I said, it's Superman and Lois, so she's going to be heavily involved in this also. So anyway, what else we got? Okay, here we go. Now, I'm about to let you run wild, Eli. I want you to give it to me. I know you've been saving up for that. I hope you got some good stuff for me. We're talking about Godzilla versus King Kong.
Did you see this trailer?
I did see the trailer. I thought about do I want to see the trailer? I'll see the trailer. I guess. You know. But I'll tell you this. You didn't see the original, so it's going to be going to the show blind. The original, what, Jake? You got me lost. What? Original Superman? CW is doing way too many DC shows hard to keep up with. Well, that's all people watch. That's the thing. They don't watch any, I mean, other than what's the show you watch, Eli?
Riverdale?
That. Other than that, they have nothing else, you know. So of course they're gonna keep cranking those out. What do we got here? Lewis Superman and Lois.
I want to watch Lewis and Superman.
It's CW, so they might make that show. Anyway, let's talk about Godzilla versus King Kong. So before you go, I'm just gonna say what I thought about the trailer. At first, I was just like, it's another one of these movies. I watched. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm excited. This actually looks good. It looks, actually looks entertaining. So, and here's the thing. I have no choice not to see the movie because it's going to be on HBO Max at the same time. Just like Wonder Woman 84, and that went over like gangbusters. HBO's just going to do it again. So this is going to drop in the theaters and at home at the same time. So hopefully I won't be at home during Christmas with people crying and yelling at me and coming to go get stuff and go outside and get groceries while I'm trying to watch the movie. Hopefully I can just be at home by myself, watch the movie.
It won't drop Easter weekend.
Leroy, go get the groceries. Yeah, like Riverdale took me last week to binge it and get into it. I almost want to get into it, honestly, because I just saw, I think, like
it's a guilty pleasure of mine. Like I said, I never gave a shit about Archie, but when you put in serial killers and shit, and people getting murdered, hey, I'm all for it. So
what you think about this, Eli? Mechagodzilla, is that a thing?
Everybody's saying there's an Easter. I watched it a couple times. I didn't see Mechagodzilla unless Godzilla is.
You didn't freeze frame it?
No, I did not. Unless like if they go by the original Mechagodzilla movie, he's wearing Godzilla's. He's like the Terminator. He's got like the flesh over his metal body, and then there's that reveal at some point where the skin gets torn away and there's a robot underneath.
Okay. Well, Jake, you will be able to watch it in the theater, so it is going to be released on HBO Max and theaters at the same time. So.
Yeah. So everybody's saying why is Godzilla bad? Why is he the bad guy? Well, first of all,
did he start off as a bad guy?
He was originally a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't even keep up with this franchise, and I knew that. The first time he shows up, he just like destroys Japan. That's it. Like they kind of made him a good guy later on because he got popular.
Yeah, and he's been controlled by aliens before and all that stuff, and came to fuck up the place. Fuck up humans and shit. But yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool, but I was not a fan of the last movie.
Or the movie before that.
Or the movie. I like Kong Skull Island. I thought that was dope. I loved the Skull Island. But I haven't really liked these new American Godzilla movies, and I'm a fan of Godzilla. I
think America misses the point. I don't know. It's something, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like, because I do like the Japan guys, the ones that I have seen, because I used to watch them with my uncle growing up, stuff like that. We used to watch them on Saturday morning after cartoons. They were fun. But these American ones, they just don't do it. I don't know. First one, not so much. So, yeah, none of these Godzilla American movies I have liked. So, this is the first one I think I even seen trailer-wise that even has my attention. Like, even the other ones, even trailer-wise, just like, nah, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, the last one, they just kept cutting away from everything. Every time a monster fight would happen, they'd cut away to the fucking little Stranger Things girl running away. I'm like, I want to
That's
see
what he did with the other one. They kept cutting the Quicksilver all the time. I'm like, I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to see. It was like the Michael Bay Transformers movies. I want to see the monsters fighting, not these stupid humans. I don't care about them, you know. And that's
Hell,
what
you can throw the humans at each other, you know.
Yeah.
Come smile with the bee's knees.
Yeah, I like because they kept the action on the monsters, and it was like
Yeah.
constantly monsters fighting in Skull Island. But the last one had King Ghidorah and Rodan and Mothra. So in theory, that one should have been awesome. But because it
Right, because that sounds like fan service. And nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying.
So with all those the cool ass Godzilla villains in the last movie, and to me it was just okay. I'm a little skeptical on this one. I'm like, well.
All right, so who is the
cool.
director for the new one? For the new one coming
I don't know. All I know is the last one was made by the guy who did Krampus and Trick or Treat,
Okay.
which are good. I like those movies, but I just didn't, like I said, I didn't like his Godzilla movie. You know?
Okay, so here's my thing. What I don't want in this movie, like you saying that Godzilla is the bad guy and King Kong is the good guy. Maybe that's not the way. Maybe it is a misdirection. Maybe we're gonna go into it like there is gonna be a who will win type of situation. Because I want people to go into this movie rooting for their guy. I want King Kong to win. I want Godzilla to win. Just like American Skin, I don't want them to tell me how I should feel. I want to go in.
The original Kong versus Godzilla, it depended if you saw the Japanese version, Godzilla
Adam
won.
Wingard. Okay.
And in the first, and if you watch the U.S. version, King Kong wins. So it
Gods
depends
and Monsters. Was that the name of the last one? Gods and Monsters? I don't know.
Gods and Monster I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. Fuck it. Okay. Yeah, but that's
but
my
yeah.
thing. I don't want them to choose. I don't want a good guy and a bad guy. They're monsters. They're both supposed to be bad guys. I want King Kong to pick up people and throw them at Godzilla. You know, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want monsters fucking shit up. That's all.
Right. I don't need to root for anybody. I want to root for people when they're just fucking up shit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's why they don't get it, man.
It looks cool, but you know, hopefully it's not, 2.5 hours long and like 10 minutes of monster footage, you know?
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna watch this. The other Z movie because of the no-lish tone to me, human supplies, their monster focus. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember the last King Kong movie, not Skull Island, the one before Skull Island, the Peter Jackson one. Yeah. Okay. A lot of people trash that movie, but here's the thing: I want everybody to go back and watch that movie, but watch it this way. Fast forward an hour into the movie. The first hour of the movie completely cut out because it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Cut out the first movie. Start immediately where the second hour starts and go from the next to. That movie is awesome. That movie is fucking awesome. And the first hour is inconsequential. Nothing of that first hour matters to anything in that movie. So the second and third hour of that movie is the King Kong just fucking up shit. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, once they get to the island in Peter Jackson's movie, it takes off.
And that's what they in the second hour they get to the island and just start fucking up shit.
Yeah, the giant insects and fighting the dinosaurs and all that shit. That was dope.
Yeah.
The second hour is cool, but once they get to New York, then
No. The New York shit was cool too. I'm telling you, gotta watch the movie again. See, it's because it's a 3-hour movie. By you get to the third. By the time you get to the third hour, you're just like, I'm exhausted. I can't get. I'm telling you, watch it again. Start at the second hour and go on. See, you're gonna be refreshed by the time you get to New York. You're not gonna be wore out.
Fucking King Kong be ice skating and shit, running away from tanks. I'm like, this ain't King Kong. He's supposed to stomp on tanks and shit. It turned him into a pussy in the last hour of that movie. So.
I'm just saying, watch it again with fresh eyes. That's all I'm saying. You know what? That might be one of our fucking. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. We may revisit this conversation. Let's see. Comments are coming in hot. Always skip to the first hour of that movie. The second hour was so dull. Yes. Thank you, Dakota. Yes. That's my whole point I was trying to make. What do we got next here? Oh shit, we're on the video game section now. We kind of flew through that. Yeah, video game section. Let me talk about this. Eli, there's been some controversy in the video game world.
Uh-oh.
Some big controversy. Xbox had to walk back some comments the other day. The comments, and I think it was like 2 days ago, they made a official statement saying that they were going to double the price of Xbox Live. Out of nowhere, just double the price. They were like, wait, what? Like, nobody's gonna do that. People were pissed, people hot, people ready to boycott, people like, how much is a PS5 again? Let me go over there, shit like that. Because I knew what they were trying to do. They're trying to force people to go to this Game Pass Ultimate thing. Trying to force you to go that route. Because there's no reason for us to pay. Because right now, Xbox Live is $60 a year. So there's nobody going to pay $120 a year just to play online. Nobody's going to do that. So Xbox walked it back. They gave an apology to everybody on Twitter. And they said they're going to keep the price the same way it was before. And all of our free-to-play games will be free to play. You don't have to play Xbox Live to get this. So like Fortnite, which I got to pay like $60 a year just for my nephew to play Fortnite. He can play free now. I've already paid the money for the whole year. So fuck me. But you know what? Hey, Xbox still gets to play. And you know what? And people on Twitter just going crazy. That's like, see, that's why Xbox is awesome. That's why Xbox is awesome because they fixed the fuck up they fucked up to begin with. It just reversed it. That don't make them awesome. So I don't know. That's me. I think I got too carried away with that. I got too emotional on that one. Let's go to the next one. Next video game section. Now here's the thing. Okay. Video game section, Resident Evil, Village, whatever demo. Eli, did you play it?
I didn't know it was a demo. I just saw the trailer. I didn't know it was a demo.
It was a trailer and a demo. The actual movie, the actual game comes out, when? March, February, I don't know. It comes out then. Anyway, it was a demo that came out, but it's only on, I think, either the PS5 or the PS4 or both of those. So if you don't have those devices, you can't play it. You're SOL. Sorry. But people have been playing it. I've been online. I asked Gabe to record some footage for me. He was like, the fuck? So, Gabe, get with me. We're going to work on your Twitch channel. Get you up and running. Evil. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about because
is she a vampire?
I think so because she bites you.
I saw her reflection in the mirror in the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's what we got. Yeah. So that's the thing. So Resident Evil wants you to be scared, but how you gonna be scared when you got like big titty vampires, coming at you, and I guess there's a vampire also, vampire, maggot, zombie, so they want you to be scared. But here's the thing, Eli, it has already begun because you see big titty vampires. You know what comes next? Mm-hmm. The cosplay. They already ramping it up, baby. So if Comic-Con was open right now, this would be all you would see on there. Just a bunch of 6'5" tall, big titty vampire cosplay chicks. So that's what you get right now. Let me say, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. You're going first.
Am I?
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, because you're doing the thing. Anyway,
this is the kind of book. Oh, we're not talking about WandaVision?
Did you want to?
I thought we were.
We don't plan on it, but I mean, okay. We could sign me up. Yeah, if you get big titty vampire chicks, yeah, why not? All right, let's knock out WandaVision. Well, why not? I wasn't planning on knocking out WandaVision, but we can knock out WandaVision.
I just thought we were like it was gonna be like Mando or whatever, or Lovecraft Country or whatever. I don't know. I mean,
we'll do it this one time. We'll do it. We'll do it this time. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. We're here because I actually had it and here. Anyway, but shoot, what you think about it? About this episode of WandaVision? I
liked it, and I think we're starting to figure things out. I think this one was the last episode was all about the 50s and shit. This one's we're in the 70s. It's like the Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family, Laverne and Shirley.
Mary Tyler Moore had it open also.
Yeah. So, but Wanda had her kids, and
and it was all those hijinks where she was trying to hide the stomach from Geraldine.
Yeah, is that supposed to be Monica?
That's supposed to be Monica. Yeah, it's supposed to be Monica. But
so,
like Marvel themselves verified, confirmed it last year. Matter of fact, I think when they did she actually came out to the store, they introduced as Monica Rambeau. But it was something weird. Like, if you go back to the second episode of WandaVision, she asked her what her name was, and she was like, my name is, and until Wanda actually shook her hand, she didn't know what her name was. And Geraldine. So as soon as Wanda touched her, she was like, okay, you're in my world now. So I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and when she mentioned that her brother got killed by Ultron.
They absolutely did. That was some wild shit. Because that's the thing, like Geraldine, and that's that. Now, honestly, that whole thing started to get creepy as fuck. Because she was like, I'm a twin. And then she started singing in Sokovian to her kids and shit. 'Cause I guess there's some shit that her parents used to sing to them or something. And then that's when Geraldine was like, "Oh, your brother was killed by Ultron." And that's when she was like, "How the fuck you know about that?" You know. Then she started walking to it. She started walking back. All that shit was like creepy as fuck.
Yeah, but then did you see the glitch? Then all of a sudden it glitched, and then it was
Yes.
like they changed the subject. Like she does not want to go there. Like,
Right.
she doesn't
And
wanna
that's
talk
when I think
about-
we were
yeah.
starting to realize that. And but the thing, do we know if Wanda did the glitch this time? Because okay, the first time with the beekeeper, she said no. This time she didn't do anything. It looked like she was just as confused as Vision was, but then it glitched. So did she glitch it? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
She might not have glitched it because another thing, y'all watch episode by episode, and I got the full season episode by episode. No, this is a TV show. That's the thing. This is a TV show, so you have to watch it in a TV show episode format. Watching it all at once, I think it would do a disservice to the show. Me personally, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking they're not designing it like a 6-hour movie. It's a TV show. Now, one of the other ones, there may be something different. So this one you have to watch episode by episode because episode have different plots, different formats to them. You get to sink in what's going on. Now, Eli, and even I know you saw this. You saw when Geraldine had the sword necklace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that was a sword necklace. It was a sword necklace, but I think it was something else.
Okay.
Okay. And this, and like I said, I want to get
And you didn't want to talk about this.
I didn't want to talk about it, but since we're talking about it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. I think they were trying to insinuate or imply there was an upside down cross. Watch it again. Watch it again, the necklace, how it look. And the reason I'm saying this, because if there are other forces at play, that are glitching the system automatically, or even when the stork was coming and Wanda was trying to blink the stork out of existence, and the stork was just coming anyway. So there's something more powerful than her walking around. So if that was an upside down cross, there's only one person that could be. Just saying. If you don't know, Google it. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get demonetized. I'll say it. Fuck it. Mephisto.
But would Monica be in league with Mephisto?
She wouldn't, or would she be? Or if she walked into this world, like I say, if she walked into this world and Mephisto is taking over the world, she might not have a choice.
Yeah, but at the end, Wanda throws Monica out, or Geraldine out of the world.
Right,
kicks her out of the bubble or whatever.
Right.
And so I don't know. Either
So
way,
maybe I'm overthinking that, but I think they wanted us to think that. I really think they wanted us to think. It may be a red herring, but whatever.
Either way, it's confirmed that Wanda is either created this pocket dimension, or she's trapped there, and she's being monitored by whoever.
Yeah, and I think it was pretty much confirmed in that commercial that they gave in there. They were saying that, like that Calgon Take Me Away commercial, like basically it was saying like create your own world. So basically they pretty much confirmed that Wanda is doing all this crazy shit.
In league with Hydra at the beginning.
Favorite Godzilla character? Godzilla. Fuck.
Gigan
like
or Ghidra. Either
Jet Jaguar. Fuck, is that a porn?
Jet Jaguar is the robot.
Oh, I thought it was like a Miley Cyrus character. I don't know. But yeah, what else I want to talk about WandaVision? I think that's pretty much it. People are saying it may be something up to Herb. Like he may be. At first, we were just looking at Agnes. Agnes is in on it, but maybe Herb is something up with Herb also. Her Doctor Strange's wife in the comics, Celia, is in as well.
Is in this as well.
Oh, I'm like, where Planet Aswell? Where's it? Let's see. I used to mug the computer on Godzilla Save the Earth on. I think that was a game.
That game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fun game.
Yeah. All right. So we passed that WandaVision. Like I said,
sure.
Now Paul Bettany has came out and said that episode 4 is when shit gets real. Like that's what he tweeted.
Okay.
Like he was like people were tweeting him, yeah, I liked episode 3. Episode was fun. He was like, well, if you like episode 3, wait till episode 4. Episode 4 is gonna fuck you up. That's what he said. More or less, What do we got? Chiefs or Bucks.
I don't even care. All I care is
I'm glad you came to the wrong podcast of that, but I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because somebody sent me, our boy, shout out to, okay, anyway, somebody sent because Tom Brady and Mahomes is going to be in the Super Bowl. They said basically like this is a visualization of them. You know.
Oh, I don't get that.
Oh, somebody will get it. Yeah. He's trash. Which one, Brady or Mahomes? Anyway, probably both. You know what? I thought about Eli. I need to do another simulation.
Oh yeah.
I need to do another mad simulation coming up. I should have did it before we recorded the podcast because last time I did it last week, but that's okay because we record again. What, Tuesday? I'll have my simulation done then. We'll find out who what's going on. Let's see what do we got here. Mahomes is trash. He's so full MVP. How's he? Okay, I guess.
We're talking
like
about.
I said,
sport.
I don't.
We don't.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not. I don't pick sides. I'm not a fan, or whatever. So it's whatever. Anyway, that being said, move on to the next part of the podcast. This is the Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books, and we're just gonna jump into it. So Eli, like I said, I'm gonna let you go first because, like I said, I did it the last 2 times, and like I said, I didn't want to tokenize myself. So
Oh, I get what you're saying. So
yeah,
you're making me appropriate.
Right. Oh. Man.
Okay. So I guess I'm doing Future State.
Mm-hmm.
Batman. The next.
And I just want you to know something, Eli. I read all the Future State books this week.
Did you?
But I'm not gonna review them all. I've mastered self-control.
Okay, so Future State, the next Batman after Dark Knight's death metal, the universe was rebooted again, and we're like a bunch of years into the future. How far are we into the future?
Okay, they have a flow chart. They have a flow chart, but I lost it. I'll have it next time. So I kind of know, but I don't know. You know, because each future book is not in the same timeline.
Okay, because Nakano.
I mean, it's in the same timeline, but like some of them like further in the timeline than others.
But Nakano is mayor, right?
Nakano's mayor, yeah.
So it can't be like decades in the future if he's.
I mean, it could. Have you seen some of these fucked up towns? They could.
Unless
it might be like
a,
Watchmen, you know, where they had like Richard Nixon president for like 3 decades.
Okay, but anyways, it's in the future Gotham City. There's this like police force, like military police state called the Magistrate. They're like running the streets. They like superheroes have been outlawed. Masked vigilantes are outlawed. And we have a new Batman, Jason Fox. Is that his name or Jace?
Well, Tim Fox, but they call him Jace Fox.
Jace Fox.
What
yeah.
He calls himself Jace Fox.
Yeah.
Nobody else does, but he does.
The Black Batman. He's the Black
Batman. Yeah.
You know, who covers his whole face.
Because he didn't want to get shot. That's why.
Oh, but he gets shot though.
He does get shot.
But So, anyways, last issue there was like that murder victim that he's investigating that murder victim. And this Batman, he doesn't have all the cool tech that Bruce Wayne had, you know. So he like breaks into like a coffee shop or something and finds the camera footage and sees like this murder was done by some pros wearing masks.
He just says it was a hit. That's all.
Yeah, and he sends the footage to like these like Russian hackers or whatever because he doesn't have
Vol is what his name. Yeah.
He doesn't have an Alfred or Oracle, so he sends it to these Russian hackers or whatever. And then the future state cops, the magistrate shows up. He's fighting, and then he gets shot. He does get shot.
Yeah, he gets shot anyway.
He gets shot by the cops. Black Batman gets shot by.
But here's the thing: now, Black Batman can beat ass. That's the thing. Now, we don't know where he learned how to fight, how he knows how to do that stuff, but we just know he can beat ass because he runs through these guys, even though he gets shot. You know.
Yeah, he gets shot. Meanwhile, his mom, who like was she's like pro magistrate. She was like all for the whole anti-vigilante law and shit.
Right.
So
and it's got something to do with that, with Jace's sister.
Yeah, there's some family shit going on. But basically, there's a subplot where like, she's basically, whether this is legal, is the magistrate legal, this private military contract, these cops are just not really solving any crime. They're just coming in and just shooting people on sight.
With attack drones and all kinds of stuff like that.
The militarization.
Now,
Military
is that your guy, McNamara?
Nakano.
Nakano? Okay.
Yeah, Mayor Nakano. He was an anti-vigilante. That was his campaign. That's how he got elected mayor in Gotham. So, but it's weird. Like
Batman's already broke, so yeah.
Yeah, Batman was broke before. Yeah, Bruce Wayne went broke during Joker War. So his mom is helping the magistrate who is hunting her son. So there's like, this is building up.
But she doesn't know it's her son. That's the thing.
Yeah, she doesn't know it's her son. That's Batman. But she's in, helping the same people that are hunting her son. So this is some dynasty shit.
And also Lucius Fox hasn't been seen. Oh, for anybody this is Lucius Fox's son also.
Yeah.
They're restrained. Lucius Fox is not dead, but he hasn't been in this book at all. It seems like that's his wife, and they're on bad terms, but they won't talk about what's going on. They just said they had, because now they call all the weapons. It's no longer Wayne Tech. They call it Fox Tech. Because for those that miss what's going on, Lucius Fox has all of Bruce Wayne's money now. Yeah. So yeah.
So then Batman meets with the Russian hacker. Well, the hacker that's helping him turns out to be a couple, a dude and a chick. They're like a couple, and their daughter was kidnapped by the guy the murder victim.
Yeah. Oh, and they confirm this is the first time we've seen Black Batman with his mask off. Mm-hmm. So, because they didn't show it last book, so now we finally can confirm that.
See, you should have just did this, man.
No. Go ahead. I'm shut the fuck up. Okay.
So the couple, it turns out that the guy that they're investigating murder, they killed him because this dude kidnapped their daughter, and
he's an online predator.
Yeah, he was an online predator. So they're like vigilantes themselves. They killed this guy because they killed their daughter. This guy killed their daughter. So then like Batman's like, oh shit, you're breaking the law by taking the law into your whole hands. You're a vigilante, but wait a second, so am I. So like there's this cool like debate going on about vigilantes taking the law into their own hands, breaking the law because the law failed. And I think that's but then and then at the end, the magistrate shows up, and then it's to be continued. But I think that's what I liked about this story is it sort of tackles that theme of, when the law fails, what do you do? Like, and especially the police are breaking the law, then what happens?
Right. And I think that's one of the difference also between Tim Fox, Jace Fox, we call it, and Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I think Bruce Wayne has a line. It's like, no matter what you think happens, this is wrong. Like, he just drew the line. He would have drawn a line in the sand and would have hauled him off like that. But Jace is conflicted on this. He's like, well, damn, that guy was an online predator. They killed his ass. Should I do anything about this?
Yeah,
he's conflicted on this.
And the police didn't do shit about it. That's
right. And that's the thing. That's like, he's like, why didn't you go to the police? He's like, the police are too busy hunting you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care about anything else.
Yeah, they're not. The police aren't about like solving crime or preventing crime. They're more about just punishing people.
It's almost like they become like, just like superheroes, how they got mad at superheroes for always causing shit but never actually solving, helping out the regular people. Yeah. They're doing the same thing. They pretty much replace the superheroes. They're making the same mistakes they did.
And then it brings up all these issues about the victims. Like, victims suffer, but the law will house the criminals and the military industrial complex. They spend billions of dollars housing criminals, yet the victims don't get shit. So I thought that was really cool, that it tackled those issues. So and then of course we had a story about Orphan, and then another story with the Sirens, which I didn't give a shit about. But this
I'm so glad you didn't talk about that shit. I didn't want to talk about this shit.
Man, $7, $8 for this shit? Come on.
But that's what they're doing because they know we weren't gonna buy a Batgirls and a Sirens book by itself.
Yeah.
So they're gonna stick it at the back of this shit with the book that they know is gonna sell. So
yeah, it was but still, whatever. But this the Batman story was cool, so I give it a 4 out of 5.
So okay, I'm up. Okay, let's see. Next book we got going on is Wonder Woman #1. What? The Immortal Wonder Woman #1. Immortal. Yeah. Yeah. So remember how we talked about this is another Future State book. Remember how we talked about how the Future State, like the timeline is all over the place, shit like that? Okay. So if the Batman book we just reviewed was like 5 years ahead of the Batman books regular time, the Wonder Woman books is at the end of time.
Okay.
Yeah, like the world is pretty much like gone. Remember that Swamp Thing book I reviewed whenever that was, and it was like when everybody was dead and shit like that.
The Earth was a big forest.
Right. This is like 20,000 years past that.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, going to the book, what's going on right now is that Wonder Woman is actually there's no more humans left. All the humans are gone. They're out of there. Even Batman is dead. Like dead. Not like he's faking his death, shit like that. No, he's fucking dead. His ghost shows up, shit like that. Tell Diana you did your best and all something like that. Because she's going to every DC like place she used to go to and like collecting memorabilia. Like she's got like a Green Lantern ring. She goes to get Batman's belt. So like she's wearing Batman's belt the whole time in the book, stuff like that. And the only people that are left on planet Earth are the Themyscirans, the Amazons. The Amazons have inherited the Earth. Everybody else is dead. Oh, by the way, like I said, since the universe is so fucked right now, that even Apocalypse is about to die. Apocalypse is gone, and Doomsday says, "I'm out. Y'all take it easy. Bye." So he leaves, and he just lets the Apocalypse just blows up, and he just takes out. He like, you know what? I might well head to Earth. I was trying to conquer them anyway, so I'm gonna just head to Earth. Who's ever left got to be strong enough to stop me. So he's on his way to Earth. Oh, and Swamp Thing's still alive. Because of course Swamp Thing is still alone. But Swamp Thing is dying. Now, for those that don't know the rule of Swamp Thing, as long as there's any kind of green grass anywhere, Swamp Thing can live. He can regrow himself. So if he's dying, that means the Earth is dying. You know, because they're one and the same. So he goes to the Themyscirans. They're talking all this shit. Oh, not Doomsday. Darkseid is coming to Earth. He's like, they will finally understand that Darkseid is. And he's like, who's going to meet me, you know, head on? Fuck these fat chicks. You know, anyway, all that. Why the Amazons are fat? I don't get that. Anyway, he's still coming. Darkseid is. I'm coming to Earth. Let's see who's stopping. He smiles. He sees somebody coming. And it's Superman. Superman's still alive. But he's like old as fuck. Like old. Like gray beard, Santa Claus, Superman, all this shit like that. And the thing is, they know, and he beat Superman's ass, so Superman is actually flying to Earth and stuff like that, so that the Amazons know that the final battle is coming. So they get ready. One of them was like, I will fight with my sisters, all stuff like that. Whatever. Here comes Superman. Like I said, Grandpa, old Santa Claus Superman. Darkseid beat the fuck out of him. He's like, is this the best you got? This what you can do? So Wonder Woman shows up. He's about to smash Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman throws the lasso. It's like, no, you won't get him. And Darkseid just laughing at this shit. He's like, really? Like, he feels none of this shit Wonder Woman's just throwing at him. You know.
He's getting turned on and shit.
Right. Yeah, so he knocks her ass out. How's this fucking book? Anyway, Swamp Thing dies. Or some shit. What's the end of this? Oh, yeah, and he's about to kill Superman, and one of them was like, I'm sorry, Swamp Thing. They did. Fuck this book. The next book I want to get to is the next part. Because the real story I want to get to was this. Because now you have, remember Grail from Darkseid War and also like that, Darkseid's daughter, that's the Amazon, stuff like that?
Like the New 52 shit?
Yeah, the New 52 shit, whatever. Yeah,
she
showed up like a while.
Vaguely,
yeah, and then she, whatever, you know. Anyway, she's back, fucking up shit. But guess what? One woman is there, but not Diana. Nubia. So
Okay.
Nubia is in the future state. She's here. The reason she's here because all the Amazons are gone. This isn't at the end of time. This is like, we don't know when this is. Anyway, Nubia and Grail fight, and that's she's like, where's Wonder Woman? And she like, why are you standing in place of Wonder Woman? He's like, I'm standing in place of Wonder Woman because I am Wonder Woman. You know, and that's when you got the iconic pose.
Look at
I'm
that
loving
hair,
it.
man. Damn.
I'm loving this stuff. We talking about cosplay? Give me this fucking cosplay right here, man. This shit look awesome as hell. The way they got Nubia, this shit is awesome. So, anyway, she goes and fights someone. Anyway, she beats Grail ass. Long story short. Then she goes on. Grail is trying to get some kind of like God key thing, whatever like that. She doesn't get it, but she escapes with it, or she does escape with it. I can't remember. Anyway, she goes to find answers. And the answers she goes is to the Ebony Web. It's a club that she can just walk into, but it's like the dude is a whatever.
Half Minotaur.
No, he's a dude, but she can see him for where he really is. He's a Minotaur,
Okay.
you know. So she goes to the place, and it's her Aunt Nancy. Now, I'm thinking Aunt Nancy is really a Nancy. A Nancy, or a Nancy, however you want to call it, is actually an Orochi deity, like an African deity.
Okay.
Now, and this is not in Nubia's canon and stuff like that. This is some brand new shit that they're doing right now. Now, the thing is, Anansi is actually a DC character. They've been done before. They used to be like post Crisis New 52. That's how Vixen got her power. She got her powers from a African god, Anansi, who's the African trickster god. He's basically Black Loki, or Loki is White Anansi, whatever you want to call it. Also, Anansi's also popped up before. Ever seen the show American Gods?
I haven't. I have not watched it.
Okay.
I got it
Mr.
on Voodoo.
Nancy is a Nancy.
Okay.
He's not going to own the show. Whatever. There's some bullshit that went down, but anyway. Hey,
Crazy 88 or whatever.
Like Bernie O. Who's O? I lost track of what I was talking about. Oh,
And it's
Superman. He's talking about Superman. Yeah. But anyway, Aunt Nancy basically tells her the story about that thing and what Grail was trying to get. Grail was trying to get this thing. Back in the day, they were trying to get the gods to not be so murderous and trying to like hack into their brain to make them understand things, not to be so vengeful. But what they end up doing is making this master key that can hack into anything. And I mean by anything, like anything. You can unlock all kind of like H.P. Lovecraft shit. You can unlock all kind of magical dimensions and shit like that. So
Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, so she gets to get anything she wants. So they're trying, but they've broken, to make sure the guys don't get it, they broke it up into like 9 pieces. But Grail has like 8 of the pieces. And she's telling Aunt Nancy, where's the last piece? She's like, don't worry about it. The last piece is safe. And then as soon as she says that, Nubia gets snatched up and taken somewhere. And she's like, hell. And she just keeps drinking. That's the end of the book. So, yeah. So anyway, this was the book I wanted to read. I didn't give a fuck about what, Apocalypse Wonder Woman was doing. I want to get to this shit. This is the shit I want to go to. This sold me. Why are we not getting a Nubia book, Eli? Why did it take us 50 years to get a Nubia book? And we still ain't got a Nubia book. This is a backup story and some bullshit, Apocalypse Wonder Woman story. They just threw this shit at the end. This should have been the main story. I don't give a fuck about no Yara Flor or Brazilian Wonder Woman shit like that. They should have gave us Nubia to begin with. Why do we have so many fucking Why we got so many Wonder Women running around anyway? Give us one and run with it. Or are they doing like tryouts? Which one we like first and we're going to cut the rest of them. Is that what we're doing? I don't know. So, anyway, we got a subject. I guess you going next?
Yeah. I guess I'll do King in Black.
Here's the thing, Eli. I'm going to shut the fuck up this time. I promise you.
Did you read it?
Shut the fuck up. I did read it, but I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to let you take over. I might say something. But for the most part, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
We can jump in whenever,
Okay. Because there's things I want to say, but no, not that. I want to say that.
So King in Black, number 3. So this is Null, the symbiote god, who's been coming for the past 3-4 years now. How long has it been? He finally came to Earth. Yeah, he finally came to Earth. And he's been fucking shit up. He is the god of the symbiotes. Venom. He is the god of Venom. All the symbiotes answer to him. He has been here. He's before Darkseid. Null is. Darkseid.
Not Darkseid is. Null is.
Null is the motherfucker. So Null has taken over Earth. He's engulfed it in the shadows, in darkness. It's symbioized or whatever. He's fucked up a bunch of the superheroes. A bunch of Avengers and X-Men are all symbiotes now. He's just fucking up Earth. He killed Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is dead and in Black Hell, trying to come back. And Eddie's son Dylan has some sort of gnarly power, symbiote powers that he's inherited from Eddie. So Reed has some hard drive.
Remember, we reviewed that.
Did we? Did we review that?
Yeah, that Wraith book, the one I'm talking about, the gunslinger.
Oh, I didn't read that. So you read that.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So I was about to say, yeah, they were referring to a book that I didn't read. So I didn't know. But anyways, he's like, it's something about like there's got to be an opposite of Null. Like if Null is the god of darkness, there's got to be an equal god of the light, that's coming down. And Dylan goes out there with Dylan decides to get down, and he goes out there with Wolverine and Spider-Man, and he's fucking up a bunch of symbiotes. He's like he's like taking symbiotes off of heroes, so he's like turning them back to normal.
Like he fights Captain America in his book.
Yeah,
Venomized Captain America.
Yeah, he fights Venom Captain America, takes his fucking shield from him, and he's fucking shit up. And Null's like, what the hell? Null tries to stop him, but then gets struck by lightning, and Thor finally shows up.
I told you when Thor show up, shit was gonna get real.
Yeah. Thor and Donny Cates is also writing Thor, so it makes sense that this would be that they would meet. So Thor shows up finally, and Thor and Null throw down, and they're beating shit out of each other.
I do need to say something. Like if he's supposed to be this mighty god, something like that, why is Thor fucking him up? If y'all haven't been reading Thor is on some other shit right now. Like, you don't do any versus battles right now with anybody in this Thor because they will lose. But okay.
At some point, Thor like takes Mjolnir and like smashes Null's face and like rips his jaw out. It's like really gnarly. Show that panel.
Hold up, I'm going to write it because that shit would right there. I've had a heavy tea. And no, like regrows his jaw. He just leaves the jaw there. He regrows his other jaw.
Yeah.
He regrows another jaw. Yeah.
Yeah, and you think, oh shit, Thor's about to whoop ass, but no, Null takes out his sword and stabs Thor. Like, what the fuck?
Bam, got him right.
And then he takes. He's like, okay, and then he starts because Null has celestials, symbiote celestials, so he starts using symbiote celestials to start fucking shit up. But then Iron Man used Extremis to take back, to like infect some of the symbiotes. So now Iron Man using Extremis has been taking over symbiotes, and now he's riding a dragon. He's riding a symbiote dragon, and then he uses the Extremis to infect one of the Celestials.
He like, you ever seen Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Yeah. So Iron Man has a Celestial armor. It's inside of Celestial.
He has a Celestial himself fighting another Celestial. Like, what would somebody just say? Pacific Realm? It's that.
Yeah. So Iron Man has a Celestial arm. It's Iron Celestial Man now. So that happens, but they're like, they're still referring to this god of light, this opposite of Null that is supposed to bring balance to the universe. And then boom, we have Black Silver Surfer show up. And not Black the Ray.
Silver Surfer Black or whatever you want to call it.
Silver Surfer, the Obsidian.
Because apparently he's supposed to be the god of light. I think that's what they were saying. Like, that's where Dylan gets his power.
Yeah, and that Silver Surfer Black series, which was also written by Donny Cates, refers to when, Silver Surfer gets sucked back into the beginning of time, and he meets Null and gets infected by the symbiote back at the beginning of time.
Yep.
So here's
and plus
Surfer
you got these are Odin's birds, but they're giving to Thor because Thor sent the birds out to go get the god of light, and that's who they come back with. So
and that's
so
to
that's
be continued. So this is a very fun action. They're bringing back the action in this episode.
See, I missed the last book. I didn't read the last one.
That last one was a little bit of a break. Now we're back to the ass whipping, and this was cool. So
because this was just like nonstop. Yeah. You know what this was, Eli? You got one guy saying he gonna whoop ass, no beats him. Another guy come in a little bit stronger, beats ass, no beats him. Another guy come in a little bit stronger, no beats him. You know what this is? It's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
That's what the fuck this is, man. I'm gonna tell you. You know who's gonna beat Null? I'm calling it right now. Since this is Donny Cates, and he keeps throwing guys at Null, and everybody just knows is beating the fuck out of everybody. Thanos is gonna beat him. Thanos is gonna beat him. Thanos is gonna show up. He be like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm whooping his ass. Let's go. Hold on, let's go with something. I haven't seen Nubia carry for a while. Maybe she could. No, actually, here's the thing, 616 man. Yara Flor has already been confirmed for a CW show. Already. She only has one comic out right now and already has a show. So, Donny Cates is full of epicness. This shit was.
Yeah, this was epic as fuck. Fuck it. 5 out of 5. Fuck it. Yeah, this was
5
good.
out of 5 for me too. I was like, honestly, I wouldn't even think about reading, but when I saw it, and I saw, oh, Thor's on the cover. That's what I've been waiting on. Now you got Silver Surfer about to fight him. Okay. Now all this Sentry is this and Sentry is that. Thor actually survived the fight with Null. He didn't get ripped in half like Sentry did. So all this Sentry talk, we're done with that. So obviously, Thor and Silver Surfer are the motherfuckers. So, am I next? Okay.
Yeah.
What book do I want to do next? You know what? You did Batman. Technically, you did Batman. So, I'm going to do Nightwing.
Okay.
Also, Future State book. Yeah.
I almost got this, but then didn't. These motherfuckers are expensive, man. They're expensive, man.
Yeah, especially like though that. Now I read that Superman book. No, I'm not gonna do Superman book. I'm like whatever, because it was just like the Batman book was like 3 stories and 2 of them I didn't give a fuck about. Midnight was in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, what we're getting to is that okay, I don't know. Like I said, it's a future state. I don't know when the future state time happens, but since Batman is dead, technically quote unquote dead, Nightwing is the #1 vigilante in Gotham, so he's public enemy #1 for the magistrate. You know, they're coming for him now. They're like, we got Batman, we got to get him next because he's actually leading the resistance army, like all those Arkham Knights and stuff like that we read in the other book. They're taking orders from Nightwing. So Nightwing jumps down. He sees some guys getting attacked by some robots. So he goes down there, attacks them, throws his screamers at them. He destroys the robots, and then when he destroys the robots, the victims want to like, thank you, Nightwing. Let me shake your hand. My wife and I like it. And then, boom, hits him in the face. He was like, your body language all wrong. You was coming to attack me. So who are you really? So, and then that's when the dude's just like, you see, Nightwing, you fucked up. This could have been easy. So he's one of the peacekeepers or whatever you want to call it. He's one of the magistrates. But they were going undercover because they doing the extra mile to get Nightwing. So they go after Nightwing. Nightwing fucks them up, shit like that. Even the wife, pulls out some knives and shit like that, trying to kill him and stuff like that. Yeah, Nightwing fucks her up, and a sniper shoots him. And then the sniper just like, and Nightwing fucks this chick up too. But then the sniper just like, I lost track of Nightwing. Where's Nightwing? And then it turns out Nightwing's right behind him. Fucks him up too. And then he's talking all this shit. He's like, why y'all send all these dudes at me? Now that Batman's dead, you're public enemy #1. So we're really special to us. That's why they're going that harder. And then he starts talking shit about, oh, since Daddy Bat's gone, you're lost, aren't you, little Nightwing? And that's when, Nightwing got his foot on his throat and all this shit like that. And then that's when he's talking about the Daddy Bat. He like, fuck it, I broke your leg. He's like, don't worry, you walk it off soon. In a couple months, you'll be all right. Oh, by the way, the artwork is done by Nicola Scott. She's done DC art before. Her shit is beautiful. Like, just some painting shit. Anyway, yeah, he's fucked up. Peacekeeper 1 is pissed off. We finally see Peacekeeper 1 with his face off, and we see that the former commissioner was Renee Montoya. We don't see Renee Montoya. She's nowhere in the book. But anyway, he promotes Peacekeeper #6 because she got killed or something like that. And this is the new Deadshot. Her name is Mark or some shit like that. So it's not Floyd Lawson. It's his daughter? Can't be.
Is it?
Can't be. They don't say it. But now it's got me thinking. But anyway, Nightwing's base is in Arkham Asylum. Because he's like, that is the last place anybody would look for him. Because they burned down Arkham. All the Arkham inmates are running loose. So he's just in there just holding up shop and stuff like that. So while he's there, he's having a conference call with all the vigilantes, the resistance, because they're trying to coordinate.
Oh yeah, the what do you call it?
The Arkham Knights.
Yeah, the Arkham Knights.
Yeah, them.
What's her name? Astrid or whatever.
Astrid, all them are there, but like Nightwing is the leader. Batgirl is there. Barbara Gordon is there. So this takes place before that book we just read.
Two-Face.
Two-Face is there, so all of them are there. So he. Oh, and here's the thing. Now, okay, I gotta talk about this for a second. You know how like Harley Quinn and all of them are like fan service and stuff like that, in the book. Psylocke back in the 90s, shit like that. Apparently, Nightwing is like that in these books. They always, like any book you see with Nightwing, he's gonna be naked, he's gonna be showering, he's gonna do like that. For the ladies, So drink it in. Okay. That's the thing. But anyway, he gets a alert. And somebody has broken into the Arkham Asylum thing, and it is Batman. Black Batman.
Which one? Black Batman? Okay.
Black Batman. It's Black Batman. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. Nightwing was ready for him. He was like, yeah, I'll let you beat my ass. And then he did some shit. Boom, shocked him. So he didn't beat him. He got knocked out. And then he wakes up.
He electrocuted Black Batman.
Right.
What the fuck?
So he ties him up. He was like, and then, he wakes up and he just like, well, did you take a peek under the cowl to see if I was, who you think I was? He like, nah, I ain't got to. I already know you was. I've seen your footage. I've seen you fight in the alleyway. The way you just fought me right then. I know you're not the real Batman. I don't know who you are because that's your business, but you're not my Batman. He ain't just leaving like that.
Oh,
He like, look, right. Hashtag not my Batman. See, Nightwing just got canceled. So anyway, they talk about a time when it was some human trafficking shit going on. I think this is completely different in the time that you were just talking about, where a girl got kidnapped and police won't do anything. Or maybe it is the same thing that's going on. But anyway, Batman beats these guys up. Yeah. And the girl gets loose. But the magistrate kidnaps that girl because they're thinking she might get them clues to lead to Batman. So he's like, so he's like, look, we need to team up.
Maybe I should read this now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This book was awesome, man. This book was awesome. So that's why, Batman and Nightwing is like, look, man, we need to team up. We need to stop being at opposite ends of each other. We need to team up and get the magistrate because we need to get this girl back.
Oh, and remember, and in the Batman book, remember her parents were getting helped out by somebody. Remember, there's that other criminal.
The guy the guy who was like, I'll do a crime. I'll help you out one time, but I think you got to get out of there.
Yeah. And it's probably that cop.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah,
but Nightwing's just like, nah, I can't do that because I'm busy. Matter of fact,
I might read this now. Shit.
That was like it's starting to come together. That's the thing, it's starting to come together. Yeah. He was just like, Nightwing's like, nah, I'm busy. I got shit to do. Matter of fact, company's coming right now. So, like I said, female Deadshot, she's outside waiting for him because Nightwing knew they were coming tonight. So they're about to the magistrate and Lady Deadshot.
Oh, so Lady Deadshot's with the magistrate.
Yeah, she's peacekeeper number 6. Like peacekeeper number 1, he's the top guy, but she's peacekeeper number 6 because number 6 I guess got killed, so she got a promotion. So he's like, if you want to get in my good graces, take out Nightwing, and they know what he is. Oh, the reason they know because remember when Nightwing got shot, it was really a homing beacon. So it was a trace on him. So they traced him back to Arkham Asylum. But the thing was, Nightwing knew they were coming. So just like he electrocuted Black Batman, he's got traps all over the place. So this is about to be Home Alone. Or, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, yeah. Siege of Arkham Asylum. So
Homeless Alone, yeah.
Homeless Alone, yeah. So I ain't gonna lie. I had no expectation for the Nightwing book. I was like, that shit was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was awesome right there. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Eli, I'm starting to get sold on Future State now that I'm kind of starting to figure out where things are going. I put it like this: the Gotham shit is interesting. All that other shit, I don't give a fuck about. But the Gotham shit is interesting because it's all together. You had a book. You booked that, ain't you? Hello.
Isn't that all about it?
Arkham Knight sounded like a great pitch. Nightwing and the Arkham Knight. Eli, you still there? Shit, I think he's out. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going because I think Eli's out. I think he's gone. But I'm going to do another book. The book I read
that new Avengers.
Oh yeah. You want to do that? Or you want me to do that? Hello, Eli. Okay. Anyway, I think he's messing up. Well, I may be messing up. I'm not really sure what's going on. Let's do the Avengers. I guess we'll have to play this back to see if it's actually playing. So we're going to do Avengers number 41. Eli, whenever you come back in, just jump back in. We'll go from there. Yeah, it looked like we're getting disconnected. I don't know if you're back or not, or guess not. And shoot, try logging out and come back in. See if that works. Anyway.
I don't know if it's my internet or...
I don't know if it's mine. We'll just have to see this later on to see what's going on. But if not, yeah, don't worry about it. All right. So what's going on with Avengers number 41 is that if you see the cover of it, and I just posted right here, of course you can see it's a T'Challa with the Phoenix on it right now. So he has the Phoenix armor. So basically, they're doing like a Mortal Kombat thing where whoever wins gets full force of the Phoenix. That's what's going on right now. And he fights Man-Thing. That's what he fights right now. And the thing is, he's about to fight Man-Thing, but the thing about Man-Thing is that he's back. He'll come back in sooner or later. The thing about Man-Thing is that if you get touched by him, you die. If you're afraid of him. So when he touches Black Panther, T'Challa, nothing happens because he can't get hurt by him because he's not afraid of him. So then that's when T'Challa goes full Phoenix Force, and then he just starts flying through them and starts Swiss cheesing them, all kind of stuff like that, and like that's it for him, you know. So we go to it, and then a whole bunch of other pages going on. Basically, got a whole bunch of heroes. They're just sitting there in the nexus or the heart of the Phoenix, whatever you want to call it, mainly because if you lose, you get kicked out of there, and it's gonna whittle down just 2 people, and whoever wins, they become the Phoenix. So, Wolverine's there, Namor is there fighting, what's his face? Shang-Chi? Yeah, he's down there fighting Shang-Chi. And they just go there and they're just fighting certain people over and over again. You got She-Hulk tries to fight Namor, try to take him out, but it doesn't work because the Phoenix don't want them to fight until she wants them to fight. But then, hold up, let's see what you got. Add the stream. I got you in there. Still not going on. But yeah, so you go to Kung Lun, and you got Eli. You there? Still messing up? One of them messing up. I don't know who's messing up. Anyway, we got Luke Cage fighting. We got American Eagle fighting. And Eli, I know you can't see this right now, but I do want to point this out. Why you got your boy American Eagle and my boy Luke Cage fighting each other? It's like this is us whenever we argue about Star Wars. Anyway, I know you just blacked that again. But going to the end, we also have a whole bunch of other people fighting. And you have Nighthawk versus T'Challa. Now, for those who know who Nighthawk is basically Marvel's version of Batman, because the Squadron Supreme is the Justice League. So basically they're saying that that's their version of Batman, and he's black also. So you got Black Batman versus Black Panther, and they're just going at each other. You know, whoever wins, that's who gets it, you know. So, yeah, so the end. Who's the last one? What's the last guy? I can't remember who this last guy is. Anyway, doesn't matter. I had one more book to go with, but I think I'm gonna be booked out. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, Marvel Phoenix Combat. I think that's the thing that's going on right now. So, anyway, you know what? I got one more book. I'm gonna do. I don't know if you guys coming back or not, but if not, we're just gonna keep rolling on. This last book I'm gonna do. Last book I'm gonna do is Shazam #1. Shazam #1 is the book I'm going to do. Because this is also a Future State book. Now, where this takes place in the Future State, I'm not really sure. I think it's before Teen Titans, after Teen Titans. I don't really know. But we're going to go with it anyway. So what's going on with this book? No, not that. There we go. Anyway, so what's going on with this book is that we'll go with that one. Billy Batson is, like I said, this is in the future. Billy Batson is doing Billy Batson shit. He has the Justice League Detroit. That's his team now. He's fighting with these guys. He's got a new team. He doesn't turn back to Billy Batson anymore. He is Shazam the entire time. So he's completely himself. He leads the team. They go there and they do stuff. And they go fight Iron Heights. They go to Iron Heights with the Iron Heights prison that's been broken out of. They go there to see exactly what's going on. And while they go there, Billy Batson does some super speed stuff. And and the next thing they find out is that Creeper has been killed. They don't know who killed him. They're like, there's some weird shit. But the question, realize some weird shit is going on. So the question is like, Billy Batson, why is it every time we go somewhere, security drones get messed up? You know? So he kind of suspects him, but he doesn't really say anything. We keep going on there. And then they finally fix the security tape about what's going on. They actually find out that Billy Batson killed the Creeper. So he's been the serial killer going around killing a whole bunch of bad guys and just killing a bunch of super people and all the stuff like that. Why is he doing that? He doesn't really say, but then he was saying, who are you, question? I've killed Tim Drake. You're not Montoya. You're not Vic Sage, who was the old Question. So obviously he killed Tim Drake. That's some weird shit, you know. But apparently what's happened is that he went to hell to imprison Neron. Neron is like the DC version of the devil, or one of the DC versions of the devil. He's trapped him in hell, and basically because he's a devil, he can do whatever he wants to. He actually splits Billy Batson and Shazam apart from each other. So now there are two people now. They're separating each other. So one of them has to stay in hell between the Rock of Eternity to trap Neron there. So Billy Batson says, you know what? I'll stay. You go. But apparently since Billy Batson isn't there with Shazam, Shazam is just going crazy and evil or some shit. So I guess that's the thing. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, this is a cool book. It was one of the feature books that I really didn't care about reviewing, but I went ahead and reviewed it anyway, so I'm just like, whatever. So, yeah, other than that, I'm booked out. Eli's probably gone for the night. He probably went to sleep, smoking a cigarette. I don't know what's going on. He'll be back next week. We'll find out all kind of technical difficulties on him right now, but I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Join us next week. Hold on, we got one more. Let's see what we got. Shazam went nuts. Yeah, Shazam is on some crazy shit right now. They'll explain later on what's going on. Maybe he's been possessed by the devil, some stuff like that. Or maybe it's that 4 horsemen of the apocalypse thing like Wally West has going on. We don't know. We'll find out what's going on with that. But yeah, like I said, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Eli will be back next week. We'll work out the technical difficulties. Hopefully next week we will know who won the Super Bowl and we'll celebrate then. But until then, I'm going to do a simulation to kind of guess who's going to be in. And check us out Tuesday, because Tuesday we're going to do a top 5 favorite Star Wars movie. We're going to do it on the Outright Geekery Network. Eli will be there. I will be there. We'll be with Gomer, the This Geeks and Comics guys. And we will argue over that shit because I promise you, our list is going to be completely different from each other. Your list is probably going to be different also. So take a look. I will have a link in the Comic Book Bullies Facebook page to go from there. Until then, this is Leroy. Eli's left the building. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.
Jeans on, my by any means on, part and I'm getting my scream on, into the kingdom, but watch it you bring home. You see a black man with a white woman at the top floor, they gon' come to kill King Kong. Middle America packed in, came to see me in my black skin. Number one question they asking, fuck every question you asking. If I don't get ran at by Catholics, it comes to conservative Baptists, claiming I'm overreacting like the black kids in Chirac, bitch. 4 in the morning, and I'm zoning, they say I'm possessed. It's the omen, I keep it 300, like the Romans, 300 bitches, where the Trojans, baby, we living in the moment. I've been a menace for the longest, but I ain't finished. I'm devoted, and you know it, and you know it. So follow me up, cause this shit about to go. I'm doing 500, I'm out of control, but there's nowhere to go, and there's no way to slow. If I knew what I knew in the past, I would've been blacked out on your ass. 4 in the morning, and I'm zoning, they say I'm possessed. It's an omen, I keep it 300, like the Romans, 300 bitches, where the Trojans, baby, we living in the moment. I've been a menace for the longest, but I ain't finished. I'm devoted, and you know it, and you know it. Stop all that coon shit, early morning cartoon shit. This is that goon shit, fuck up your whole afternoon shit. I'm aware I'm a wolf, soon as the moon hit, I'm aware I'm a king. Back out the tomb, bitch. Black out the room, bitch. Stop all that coon shit. These niggas ain't doing shit. Them niggas ain't doing shit. Come on, homie, what happened? You niggas ain't breathing, you gasping. These niggas ain't ready for action. Ready for action. 4 in the morning, and I'm zoning, I think I'm possessed. It's an omen, I keep it 300, like the Romans, 300 bitches, where the Trojans, baby, we living in the moment. I've been a menace for the longest, but I ain't finished. I'm devoted, and you know it, and you know it. So follow me up, cause this shit about to go. I'm doing 500, I'm out of control, but there's nowhere to go, and there's no way to slow. If I knew what I knew in the past, I would've been blacked out on your ass. God.